Okay, everybody, look, it's Godzilla. Bankai 22. Gachiakuta. Okay, this was very disturbing. This was episode 13, Gachiakuta, season 1. Empty gaze. This was basically Amo, she explaining what happened. Basically, what happened to her, um, back in the time before. Because she mentions in the last episode these angels that came. Now, it's a very disturbing tale. The logistics of it is that her mother sold her off to this guy. You see where this is going. Unfortunately, not a good place. Because by the time she lives with this guy, listen, I'm gonna strictly ballpark it. She's about 16 when this happens. And she's like, "Oh, I love you." Then we see her on a bed, half naked. Now, surprisingly enough, the anime does this very, very, very respectfully. The actual, whatever you want to call it, is done with these pictures of like flowers and she's feeling love or, the whole bit. And, we see this scene and we see her. Then we also get other scenes of her getting things from this guy to go to the tower, And this guy was the one who had the boots originally. So these two guys, other guys show up. Now, one of them is essentially the guy who killed Rigdo, Rudo's adopted father. Now, they show up, and they, and the guy's like, he's trying to attack him with his boots and all this shit. This guy comes out of nowhere and decks him in the face. They grab his boots, they give it to Amo. He says, and they basically, the guy says to her, the one who was essentially the angel, these would be better with you. Now, after that, this guy, this other person, gets on the guy, and he grows wings. I'm guessing he's a giver. That's the only thing that makes sense. He's probably a giver. He has the ability to fly, and he flies off. My guess, I don't know why, he has something to do with the series. With the boots, with Rudo's gloves. I think this guy is just trying to get them all together. I don't know why, but that's what he's trying to do. So he goes off, and Amo has a fight with the Mr. guy. There's a tussle, and she just pushes him out the window. And he goes, woo, plat, on the ground. And she takes the boots, and after that, flashback ended. We go back to normal world, and Rudo, wants to apologize to Amo, but then she shows him the guy who was the angel. It's the same, literally the same guy who killed Ricto. And now he's thinking about killing this guy and having him prostrate in front of Ricto's grave, all this stuff. And then Amo tells him, "You're just like Amo." and how you need these gloves to fill a hole in your heart. Now this breaks him out of this stupor that he was having, Rudo, about killing this guy, and they form a communication thing. And so what we find out essentially in this altercation, we also have an extra scene which is fucked up and all together, which I will get to. What we find out in this episode is essentially that the angel is the guy who killed Rigto. So he probably framed Rudo because he wanted Rudo to be sent to the ground because of the gloves. That's my take on it. And that's probably why maybe he's like trying to get people into the ground to combat the Raiders. I don't know. I don't know if this guy is like part of the Raiders or he's against them. So Rudo has a conversation with Amo. They shake hands. It's a friendship kind of thing, and then everybody leaves. But they find out information. We get an extra scene of Amo closing the door, and someone's behind her. Next scene, she's screaming no, and we see that douche nozzle. You know, jobber from the Raiders. Douche nozzle. And then we see the boss looking at a TV screen and says, "It's about to begin." And the episode. So, my feelings on where the show's going, where the anime is going, is that we have two entities. We have the Raiders, and we have this angel guy. Now, the thing is, the angel guy, I've never seen him interact with the Raiders, with Jobber, with the boss. So I'm not really 100% certain he's with them. Because the fact of the matter is, he gave those boots to Amo, stole from that guy. And then he framed Rudo so he could be sent to the pit, to the ground level. So that tells me there's something else going on here. So it has definitely, though, it definitely has to do with the series. The gloves, the boots, whatever other attribute. I'm thinking this kind of got to be like a jacket or sort of a crazy thing that other items that are part of this getup. So we'll see how this goes. Rating-wise, I'm going to give this a 10 out of 10 because of how impactful it was, how disturbing it was, and we're actually getting some kind of an answer as we go along. This was episode 13. Really don't get anything got for you guys. I should let everyone know. First impressions are coming. Two. Right now, it's two animes. It's two animes from the fall. That just threw me a curveball that hit my head. One is, what the hell? And another one is like, what the hell? That's going on. I can't say much about the both because I'm going to leave it a secret here. But let's just say one is very disturbing and one is shocking. But I'm probably going to end up doing one this week, towards the end of the week. And the other first impression, unfortunately, is going to have to wait. I like doing first impressions 3 episodes. So the other one's going to have to wait for a little while longer. But it's about kind of 22. Amo, oh God. That was so fucked, man. I was like, yo, respectfully, you didn't show it. I'm glad, but still animated. That was crazy. That was too much. I'll see you guys later. Peace.